This is 17 Scoreboard, presented by M-Core Services Hillcrest, with Anthony Vasquez, Brian Nixon, and Trevor Horn. Kern County High School football. Scores, highlights, and sideline interviews. Powered by Sangera Subaru.
Good evening, everybody. It's that time of the week once again. The 17 Scoreboard is back on a playoff Sunday alongside Brian Nixon and Trevor Horn. I'm Anthony Vasquez. Guys, we've reached the home stretch. Semifinals are set in Divisions 2 through 6. Championships in Division 1.
Yeah, playoff football is right around the corner. We are talking championships, semifinals. It's ring season.
Did you guys dry off yet? That was fantastic. A little bit of rainy football. It was cold. Really felt like football weather.
It took long enough, right?
Yeah,
Mid-November, we finally got the rain. Let's kick off our show, everybody, with the game of the week.
17 Scoreboard's Game of the Week, presented by HPS Mechanical Plumbing Services.
We begin up top with a pair of semifinal bouts in Division 1A. Top-seeded BCHS was back in action Friday after a first-round bye. The undefeated Eagles were on the hunt for a second straight Valley title game appearance. Standing in their way, though, Sanger. Let's start in the first quarter. It's Kern County's best quarterback wide receiver duo, Lincoln Adame, 66 big ones to Michael Smith.
It feels like we're talking about this every week, these two matching up and getting into the end zone.
BCHS, the early 10-0 lead. Let's go to the second. 5 minutes in, Miguel Salazar from the goal line behind a wall of Sanger offensive linemen. Eagles nursing a 3-point lead. But right before the break, scoring teams here, Coach Cohen Peters drills a 43-yarder.
We've talked about it all year long. Their special teams have been special, and they continue to score.
BCHS up 13-7 at the half. Let's go to this second half. BCHS's defense stands tall. Kenzo Calandra, fourth down screen pass falls incomplete. That sets up another field goal from Cohen Peters.
3 field goals, extra point. That's 10 points just for Cohen Peters.
BCHS up 16-7. Then on defense, Richland Gooden blows up the rush. 1 touchdown is enough for the Eagles to host a Division I championship next week.
Yeah, it's great, man. We've done it before, and it's always our crowd always turns out really big, and I'm just super happy for the players, happy for their significant others, their parents. It's everybody that's involved. I mean, you look out here, there's just it's a stand full of people. So they hired us in 2015, and that was our first Division I playoff win, and hopefully we get some more.
The beat keeps going for Darren Carr's Eagles, 11-0 for the first time in program history. These are their stats, though, since 2015 in the postseason, seeking a 4th Valley title.
I think we talked about it earlier in the season about sustainability of success. And you look at that right there, and they have been doing it year in and year out.
I want to go back to what he said in that interview. He said this is our first Division I win, which means that they've had, like you said, Coach, sustainability, and they're not falling off as they go up in divisions. So this is impressive for them to get their first Division I playoff victory in program history.
Let's solve the second half of the Division 1A title game puzzle now. Third-seeded Liberty made the trip north to Hanford, and I'm sure both of you know as football guys the things that travel, running games and defenses. Liberty had both working on Friday. Opening possession of the game, barely 100 seconds in, Elmo Witten, 50 yards to the house.
He has been impressive. All 3 running backs and their sophomore quarterback have been impressive over the last 5 weeks running the ball.
Pats up 7-0 on the road. Late first quarter. Can't forget about this standout sophomore. Trevor, you alluded to him. Brogan Witcher. 9 of 15, 145 yards, 2 scores, including this one to Irvin Callaway.
I think the good part about Witcher is we're watching him grow every week. He's getting more comfortable and understanding, and he's going to be a force to be had in the next couple years.
And watch Carter Hansen dash 95 yards to the land of 6.
I love the fact that we keep talking about sensational sophomores like Carter Hansen, because those are guys that we're going to be talking about over the next 2 years.
8 carries, 113 yards, 1 score for him. Liberty up 28-7. Ensuing Bullpups possession, Brandon Thrasher, 1 of 2 picks.
Tell you what, they were going to be challenged by Hanford. They throw the ball over the yard, assignment alignment, and they answer the bell.
Elmo Witten answers the bell right here with his 33-yard rush. Patriots roll to their first section title game since, Coach, you led them there back in 2022.
People that know us know we like to run the ball, and Brogan did a good job distributing in the air when we needed to, and we have a plethora of great running backs. Dennis Perry, Elmo Witten, Carter Hansen. I mean, any of those 3 guys can take to the house any point.
The beat keeps going for Liberty on the ground. 569 rushing yards, averaging over 10 yards a pop this postseason.
And it's not just one guy. If one guy isn't able to go, like Dennis Perry, then there's Carter Hansen. If Carter Hansen can't go, then there's Elmo Wynn. Any of those three can't go, Brogan Witcher can run the ball too. Pick your poison.
Averaging 10 yards a carry. That's pretty impressive. And in November, that is a recipe for success.
All right, Liberty BCHS, we'll talk more about that matchup. Let's go to Division II, CBC and second-seeded BHS. Big night for Demir Lomax. 2-yard rushing score here. Drillers up 16-7 at the break. 1 minute into the second half, it's BJVC's turn. 67 rushing yards, 53 of them right here out of the Wildcat.
BJVC has been a Swiss Army knife all season long for the Drillers in all three phases, defense, special teams, and on offense.
BHS up 23-7. Ensuing Cavs possession. Asher Pipegrass to Ryan Lewis. CVC scores again to make it 24-21. But then in the fourth, Demir Lomax says enough is enough. 19 carries, over 200 rushing yards, 3 scores, including this 54-yard touchdown.
204 yards, 3 touchdowns at 204 is a season high for another sensational sophomore.
They pump those out in Driller country. Final chance for CVC, down 3, 30 ticks left. Asher Pipegrass, what do you got? Well, not enough to win. This pass is tipped by Jalen Ford. Drillers hang on and punch their ticket to the semifinals. Moving to the Division III ranks, where 4 Kern County teams played in the quarterfinals. Friday, first up, second-seeded Wasco hosting upset-minded Kerman. This was a great game. Late in the first quarter, Adrian Torres, 30 yards to Kingston Bowen. Lions up 13-0.
Kerman, like you said, as a 10 seed, they had the upset over the 7 seed in week 1, and they were looking for an upset over the 2 seed.
This play was huge, though. Midway through the second, watch Hammy Lopez pick off Torres over the shoulder grab.
Hey, Hammy ran the route for him right there, but what a great catch over the shoulder.
Wasco ends up scoring off it, points off turnovers, 13-7 Kerman at the break. Then it's Hammy Lopez on the offensive side, makes it 14-13 Wasco. And then 2 minutes later, it's Lopez again, 45-yard rushing score.
Right near your house, and there he goes, Hammy Lopez. Just been the bell cow for Wasco all season long, running the ball, catching it on defense, running kickoffs back, whatever.
Final 7.5 to go, though, tied at 20. Off the play action, Adrian Torres to Kingston Bowen again. Kerman up 27-20. Wasco on upset alert. 20 seconds to go. Down by 7. Javen Hernandez, the flip to Elijah Regalado out of all people.
What a great call there, because you know that Kerman's waiting for Hammy Lopez to get the ball, and then they swing it out. Smart.
1-point game. Kyle Weedle rolling the dice from the 8-yard line after a false start. 2-point conversion. Hernandez to Hammy Lopez. Wasco takes the lead.
We've talked about it all year long. Their passing game was going to pay dividends in the playoffs, and there it is.
Javen, 9 of 19, 106 yards, 1 huge touchdown. Last gaps for the Lions. Adrian Torres over the middle, picked off by Kevin Perez. Wasco pulls a victory out of the hands of defeat and survives to the semis.
Can't speak enough to my boys never giving up. We started off flat, but this wasn't an X's and O's game. This is about our guys being more resilient, not giving up, and literally playing until the last second. I couldn't be more proud of them. This was fun.
If you're a fan of the SSL, consult your nearest cardiologist immediately. I swear those teams always play the best games. Kennedy Golden West now. On the road is Kennedy. Christian Hernandez makes it 7-0 T-Birds. Then to the second. What's going on here, folks? In Visalia, Jordan Palomo to Jeremiah Guerra. That's the first Kennedy touchdown pass in 3 weeks.
I mean, if you're going to do something special, you're going to do it in a road game in the playoffs.
Watch this INT here, Coach. Ensuing Golden West possession, Jaden Najera. Isaiah Feather says, that's mine.
Hey, what a great job. Yeah, great coverage there. Guy went up, and he took it from him.
Kennedy at 14-7. The celebrating would be short-lived. Jaden Najera off the QB rush. 20 yards here with a nice dive at the end. Golden West up 21-14. Into the fourth quarter. Final 3.5 to go. Coach Mion says enough is enough. J.C. McComblin, he was big. 2 rushing scores.
250 yards. He's now number 6 all-time in Central Section history, number 35 all-time in the state. 6,394 rushing yards. Incredible career he's had thus far.
Kennedy up 5. Final 3.5. First Golden West play on its next possession. Fumble forced by Jonathan Marte. Scooped up by Anthony Lara Dagger.
The last few weeks, we have watched Kennedy's defense score, and that is a recipe in the playoffs.
Kennedy runs for 392, off to the semis. We'll be right back.
17 Scoreboard is presented by MCOR Hillcrest Air Conditioning Services. 17 Scoreboard is powered by Sangera Subaru.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's head now up north. Porterville Independence staying in Division 3. Gunter Gola has been electric this postseason. And watch this early second quarter rush. 52 yards all the way down to the 5. Raylan Denweed would score on the next play. Indy takes the lead.
Look at that balance. Gunter Gola, sneaky dual threat quarterback.
Falcons up by 3. Ensuing Panthers possession. Can't forget about PHS. Ethan Enriquez, 20 yards to Brett Roberts. Porterville up 14-10. But next Indy possession. Gunter Gola through the air. We say he's a dual threat. He finds Ja'Kai Irvin. 3 catches for 137 yards.
And he had 2 touchdowns just like that. They were almost identical on that seam route up the middle.
Independence up 24-21 at the break, midway through quarter 3. Here's Raylan Denweed. Independence has been playing great ball, Coach.
Independence is playing great ball right now, and that's kind of what their coach talks about. Coach Gola is talking about playing the best ball in November.
And watch Gunter Gola, 161 passing yards, 87 rushing yards, 4 total touchdowns.
He is really locked in and understanding this is his senior year, and he wanted to go out on top with his dad as the head coach.
Can't forget about Raylan Denweed, 13 carries, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. Almost takes this to the house, but is down at the 2.
Yeah, you look at that play, he was kind of upset that he didn't get into the end zone there, but Gunter Gola did the job.
Paul Gola's 190th career win sends Indy to its second semifinal in 11 years. The offense for Independence has been electric, guys, as we see here. Gunter Gola has thrown for over 400 passing yards in Independence's 2 playoff games with 8 total touchdowns.
I think we're starting to see his leadership really shine right now and his experience. He's been doing it for a long time, and that senior leadership is really showing.
And you really start to see them kind of find their rhythm with the offensive line and getting a little cohesiveness to allow Irving and Denweed to be able to run the ball, Gola to be able to run the ball. Even Ricky Johnson, who didn't really run the ball on Friday night, always has breakaway explosiveness.
Independence Wasco in the semis. Let's jump into our next game, Division 5 quarters between 4th-seeded North. Here's the Stars. 5th-seeded Roosevelt from Fresno. Coach and I were both cheering on the Stars. Second quarter action, a minute 21 to go. Roosevelt up 26-6 at this point, but this was a huge score by Bradley Dockery.
What a big play. They were down 26-6, and the score right there, right before the half, getting the ball coming out. Big momentum shift.
26-13. North scores first to open its possession. But watch this, Coach. A surprise onside kick. It goes from a huddle to a kick. That's Robert Rodriguez recovering.
Hey, we're talking, that's about beating them on the chalkboard right there. They saw something they liked. They took advantage of it and made them pay.
Roosevelt up by 6. 3.5 to go in quarter number 3. Isaac Lopez, 9 carries, 46 yards, 10-yard score. We're tied up at 26.
I know Roosevelt's the Rough Riders, but I think North was doing the rough job that night.
Ensuing kickoff, though, this was a backbreaker for North defensively. A.S. Idoni takes the kickoff 90 yards. Roosevelt takes the lead right back.
That was a big one. Momentum shift. They tied it up. They took the lead, but North did not falter. They handled the business and took care of it.
Well, all right, let's go to the fourth quarter. See how North came back in this one. Bradley Dockery, 13 carries, career high, 217 rushing yards and 3 scores. We're tied at 32.
How about this? He was 0 for 4 passing, and he probably had his best high school game.
Final 70 seconds. Look at the field. The rain was coming down in Oildale. Mud all over the field, but Bradley Dockery gives North the lead.
What a big play right there. What a great drive. They got the ball back and sustained the clock and finished with a minute left.
Bradley Dockery runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Stars up 40-32. Final chance in the rain for the Rough Riders. C.J. Barker picked off by Caden Hayner. Dagger. North erases a 26-6 deficit and advances to its first semifinal since 2017. Let's move on now. Division 6, Miramonte and Foothill, the rematch. Foothill got the best of the Lions in the first meeting. Well, Nathan Gonzalez up the middle. Cash McAfee, 90-yard scoop and score to get the scoring started.
That's my guy, Cash. He's had a couple big plays there on defense this year for the Trojans.
Foothill up 7-0. All Miramonte after that. Nathan Gonzalez, playoff Nate. 33 carries, 236 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He's been big the last 2 years. You've seen it. He has continued to do that in the playoffs, and it is fun to watch.
Lions up 13-7. He also plays quarterback, by the way. Corday Fulmer, 50 yards to the house right here. Miramonte scores 28 unanswered and is back in the semis. Here's Justin with more highlights.
This is your 17 Scoreboard 2-minute drill. All right, it's time for your 2-minute drill. Let's take it to West Bakersfield hosting Chowchilla. Solomon Harris is going to get us going. He's been amazing all season long, an absolute superstar for West. He does it again right there. West leading rusher, leading scorer, takes the lead early in this one. Another huge playmaker for West, Jamar Price, breaks loose on this one. Cutting through defenders, speeding down the field. West, they're looking pretty good so far, but Chowchilla, they're going to show some fight. This rush, late in the second, is going to get them on the board. Less than 2 minutes later, they're going to do it again. Watch this. Down the sideline, they end up going for 2 after this, and all of a sudden, we're tied up at 15. But Chowchilla, not done yet. Right before halftime, they're going to do it again. Chowchilla out of nowhere has the lead now, and they end up scoring 36 unanswered as they end West's season. On to Shafter, playing without Marion Sloan, Ezekiel Osborne in the corner to Isaiah De La Mora. Shafter up early, down 10-7. Washington Union trying to play the villain. McKinley Williams airing it out deep to Paul Holland the fourth. Holland gets away from this defense. Washington Union leads. A little later, Shafter leads 17-4. Bad snap hanging in the air. Doesn't give their punter time to get it away. Shafter recovers the fumble in the end zone. They lead 10 going into halftime, but Washington Union, they're going to show some fight. Williams down the middle to Lance Fagundes. He finds the end zone to cut into this lead. Down 27-21. Williams now in the corner. Perfect pass to Davian Potts. Washington Union takes the lead. Williams isn't done though. He's going to dump off another pass to Potts. Potts is going to increase the lead for the Panthers. Ezekiel Osborne, he becomes the first Kern County quarterback to eclipse 10,000 career passing yards. But Gerald Perucci's ill prophecy comes true. The Generals are out in the second round. That's 2-minute drill. Scoreboard will be right back.
Everybody taking a look at the rest of the scores from the quarter. Shout out to the Boron Bobcats beating Kern Valley on a muddy field at Edwards Air Force Base. Boron is through to the semis to take on Minarets in Division 6. And welcome back into our 17 studios, everybody. Anthony Vasquez, Brian Nixon, Trevor Horn here with you to break down a big matchup in Division 1A. Let's throw it up for you. Liberty and BCHS for all the marbles in Division 1A. First meeting between these two schools, and both are playing very good ball.
And just like last year, 2 Bakersfield teams lining up for the D1A title. It was Frontier beating BHS on the road that year. Can it happen again this year? It's going to come down to the trenches. I mean, Liberty has been playing absolutely out of their minds, averaging 48 points a game, but BCHS's defense is stingy, giving up less than 10 points a game this season.
Coach, you've been in 9 section title games. How do you attack practice?
I think it's one of those things, you have to do the little things better. There's no surprises in games like these. You know, you're going to get every film that you want, 10, 11, 12. You'll have all those, but you have to work on the little details and do the little things right. Blocking, tackling, running, throwing, catching, all those things. You do that better over the course of 48 minutes, you're going to end up a champion.
Oh, you got me ready to run through a wall right now for you, Coach. I love it. Game picks real quick, guys. Trev?
I really like a run-heavy team in the playoffs. I always do. I think it's going to be a really tight game. There's a possibility that BCHS runs this game away, but there's also a big chance that Liberty wins this game. I think the Patriots have a little bit of an edge here, just a little bit.
Coach?
No way I can go against the Patriots.
I know,
Come
right?
on.
You've been there forever. So both go in Liberty. Division 3, meanwhile, has 3 Kern County teams remaining among the 4 semifinalists. Here's the bracket for you. Coming up on Friday, Washington Union is visiting Kennedy. Independence is visiting Wasco. Quick nugget for you guys. Kern County went 7-2 against Fresno Market teams. Anybody up north, including Porterville, all the way up to some of the Fresno teams. That's big, right?
I think that's huge for Kern County, and I think in our preseason show, we talked about that. We talked about this being a bracket that's going to have a lot of our guys included, and guess what? Here they are in the semis.
Well, one of your bold prediction was 3 section champs, and right now we've got a guaranteed one in 1A and likely a guaranteed one in Division 3 as well.
Should be a great one. Wasco and Kennedy both hosting. Here are the rest of the games real fast. 3 more in the semis. Redwood visiting BHS North, heading to the coast to take on Templeton, an undefeated Templeton squad, and Miramonte on the road taking on Orosi. Let's move on now to our top 5 plays of the week, shall we? Starting at number 5, Wasco's Javen Hernandez, a big touchdown to Elijah Regalado, and then the go-ahead 2-point conversion to Hammy Lopez.
Wasco throwing the ball on the 2 biggest plays of the season.
Season, right? Wasco, the big win against Kerman. Tigers are going to be taking on Independence in the semifinals. How happy is Hammy Lopez there? Number 4, Roosevelt, airing it out in the closing seconds, but watch Caden Hayner pick it off, sealing the game. North is through to the semis.
What a big play right there. They got pressure on him, caused him to throw that ball early, and what a great break to seal the deal.
North moving on to take on Templeton. Our third play of the week. Let's go now to Hanford. Liberty and Hanford. Carter Hansen from another zip code, 95 yards out. He takes that one to the house.
What do you say, Anthony? Show him your taillights?
Show him your taillights.
Carter Hansen's been doing it all year.
Liberty, the big win against Hanford. Number 2, Golden West and Kennedy. Isaiah Feathers, watch this INT, ripping it away from the wide receiver. Didn't get his head turned, but it still doesn't matter.
He didn't have to get his head turned. That was a great play. He was not going to be denied. And what a defensive stout.
What a big road win for the T-Birds as well.
2 big road wins in Division 3, Independence and Kennedy. Yep. Finally, Nate Gonzalez, the fumble here. Foothill's final touchdown of the year, a 90-yard scoop and score by Cash McAfee. That is your top play of the week. We'll be right back with our player of the week. Welcome back, everybody. Putting a bow in the scoreboard with our player of the week. We're going to give Coach, your North Stars, a little shout out here because Bradley Dockery played the game of his life against Roosevelt. Career high 217 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. North is through to the semis.
That's the type of performance where he goes to school tomorrow with his Letterman jacket on.
I love it.
He's smiling, everybody's high-fiving him down the hallway.
I think it was huge. The whole thing was amazing to watch unfold, down 26-6, and to come back and battle the way they did is awesome.
Bradley Dockery, certified dog, 15 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. And by the way, he has 11 passing touchdowns and 12 rushing TDs on the year. So congratulations to the North Stars. That does it for 17 Scoreboard, everybody. For Brian Nixon, Trevor Horn, I'm Anthony Vasquez. We will see you next week. We have a championship game and some semifinals to decide. We'll see you.